I have found you, my precious. At last. And no, I'm not talking about my wedding ring. I'm talking about the new Viewsonic, the PX748 4K projector. YouTubers, how are you guys? We got a new projector, the Viewsonic 4K. Is this the best projector for 2022? We will do a complete review. This will be a true review because I searched on the YouTube and I didn't find any review for this projector except a small 2 minutes from Viewsonic USA that made some kind of an unboxing. You know, we make true reviews, and this will be a full long review for this projector. I will dig into the features of this projector, design and connectivity, all the functions we will take, and we will review them because it has a lot of promise. This projector, even if it's Viewsonic, it's not a well-known brand, and it has 4K at 4000 lux. And the 4K, it's combined somewhere in it's some kind of upscaling that manufacturers develop in their products to bring you affordable products if you want, because you know a native 4K projector oversees your budget of 3,000, between 3,000 and 4,000 even more euros for just a 4K native projectors. And manufacturers came up with a solution to bring you products with a budget from 1,000 euros to 1,500 that will satisfy large screens on the projector. And I'm very curious because, guys, I didn't test it, it just got here. We made the studio and let's film it. But based on my experience, guys, I could tell you with accuracy if you can buy these projectors. So guys, I want to give you a heads up. Even if we present products, it doesn't mean if you saw Optoma, you saw Acer, you saw a lot of reviews to a lot of products, and if you see I tell you in the reviews I like this product into the beginning, this doesn't mean it's a good product. It's best to watch the entire video. Do not skip it, because I will say things especially at last, and in the middle of the video I will tell you cons and pros. And especially I told to a projector, especially to the Optoma, a lot of cons at the end, because it's a true review and I don't take sides with any manufacturer, even if they are paying us for a product. I will tell you the true things into our videos. Based on the true things, you can buy and purchase these products without you spending a lot of time and making research, brainstorming for purchasing a product. I'm not talking especially for a product, but you know, big manufacturers, you bought TVs from them. I'm not saying any brand yet, but you know on our channel what were the problems. They convert from 1080p to 720p only from a firmware update, just to make you buy their new 4K TVs. So this is not nice, and I will be strict as possible with every product we review. So this is why I'm telling you watch the entire video, guys, because there are a lot of information. I will give you the cons, and if the product is bad, I will tell you that is bad. So no manufacturer could buy me. Viewsonic, even it tells us that we have a contrast ratio from 12,000 in our case today to 1. So the Optoma contrast millions to 1, oh, come on, let's not exaggerate. The display colors are 1 billion colors to this projector. It has 20,000 hours at the super echo mode for the lamp. If you are users who watch TV daily, I think it will last you 5-6 years, but it's a catch, and you got to know at the projectors, if you are using them intensively, well, in the end of the life of the projector lamp, it will dim the number of lux, so the brightness of the projector will decrease. In the normal mode, full 4000 lux, it will be 4000 hours, which I think if you will catch 4000 hours with this projector, it's amazing for this lamp. It has a low fan noise and it consumes okay. The energy consumption is not that important for projector. You got to have the picture, the clarity, the good contrast, the lag. This one has, even for gamers, to 240 Hz. So guys, let's cut to the chase, let's make an unboxing and let's see how is this projector. I'm very curious of it. Into the box, power cable, brochure, V-color tuner. Man, I'm so curious about the contrast because I know there are improvements into this last model of Viewsonic. We will talk further as we unboxing and present it. I will tell you tricks, I will tell you the differences between this new model and the old models. The remote control, small remote control, ooh, it has lights, and the USB-C to USB-C, you can connect your phone and it has an application, boom, you can make a smart projector. And watch this review, guys, because we will compare it to the Acer H6510, and this review is good because we film with a cinematographic cameras. The colors will be as accurate as possible because we film at 12 bits. I don't know if YouTube will make a conversion. I think will be 10 bits, but it's okay. So guys, this is the projector. I think it's small. It's way smaller than Optoma, and it's I think it's exactly like my Acer projector at the dimensions, and it's a good thing because you can transport it very easily. It didn't came with a bag to it, but you can get a bag, you can figure it out. And it doesn't have a cap, but it has a protection here for the lens. It has a protection, and I think it's good. And guys, the greatest thing for this projector, and it attracted my attention, that it has 1.3 optical zoom. Optical. So YouTubers, please tell me your thoughts. Guys, comment. Please tell me, what do you think about this projector? If it's worth buying or not? It satisfies all your demands as a client. It's a long review, guys, but you know, good things do not come easily. So guys, this is the new projector. Even if it was launched in the 2021, this year will be the new projectors of 2022. This year barely people heard about this 4K HDR projector. It's a HDR. So let's have a look at it. So this is a protection for the lens here. You cannot switch it. You have the focus here and the zoom, and you see it moves. It moves a lot into the interior, the whole ensemble of the lens, and this will make you the biggest picture with this projector at 3.5 meters. You will make a great picture of 4 meters. So this is good. Why? The biggest you have the optical zoom on a lens projector, the biggest you will have the image onto your wall or to your projector screen. Here is the fan on the right of it, and it's very silent. This is what I'm telling you. I'm anxious to turn it on and let's see if indeed the Viewsonic made a great projector. And now, guys, I'm watching the lines, I'm watching how it's built and the plastic, and it's solid build. The buttons are okay in touching the buttons because the build quality will demonstrate and will reflect the picture quality. Into the side, what I don't like is that they put a speaker in there. I want to see if I will. If you can see, it's a speaker in there that it doesn't look good, but this is not a problem. But you got to pay a close attention, and if you are putting to the wall or to the ceiling, come on, you will not see it. And from start I see 2 fans. One is into the left side and one is into the right side. It has 2 fans, and I think this is a trick to make it silent. With small fans, with silent fans, you can make a silent projector. Of course, it has 26 decibels. It's a quiet projector. It's not silent. I said silent, but you get my point. And the projectors will be as silent as possible from this year. And the demands of the projector rises, the demands of the customers, and the manufacturers starts to decrease the number of decibels to watch and listen to a concert with your speakers, not hearing the fan of the projector, which is the problem to the projectors. Full HD 4K projectors have two problems: the light and the sound of the fan. And of course, contrast resolution. You'll not see a lot of persons showing you the mounting mechanism, but you know, the other projectors have one screw. Here you can screw it into the middle, and this one has free mounting. You got to use a bracket or something like this, and you will mount yourself the projector. It doesn't have only one hole. In the front, we have to put on your table to rise the projector on the table, you know, this leg, just one leg. Here in the front, I didn't tell you, is the ER, I think. At the buttons we have the menu button and exit. These ones are for adjusting the picture. Enter button, the source button, which you will switch between HDMIs, the power button and the color mode, and the blank mode. We will see the blank mode. The blank mode, you know, it's a pause mode. The Optoma didn't have this blank mode, or everything black. And also this, guys, I'm gonna watch and I'm gonna tell you if the when it's blank, if it's a deep black, you know that the Optoma was a little bit of a brown, and this will change the color, and I'm very curious of the color accuracy. Let's continue, guys, now into the back, the connectivity. And from start, I don't see that old VGA port from the old laptops, and it's logical, the technology have evolved. And we have HDMI 1 with HDCP 2.2 and HDMI 2. We have the USB-C that I told you that the manufacturer put it to take the functions from your smartphone, and you can make this projector smart. It's good. It's been great that this Viewsonic implemented into this projector Android, because it's so cheap. It's an Android system to make it smart, but I think the newer models Viewsonic will make them greater. And I appealed Viewsonic to reach out to us when a new model is launched. Maybe it will give us an email to review it, because you know, no one will make the reviews as we do. So Viewsonic, email. We have the 12 volts out, and this one is good because you can start another device with only one remote control. It's a trigger if you want this port. You saw the new projectors have this function. I didn't saw, guys, HDMI ARC that it supports. To pure and simple to turn on over the HDMI if you have a receiver. If you start the receiver, to start automatically start this projector. But you can do this if your receiver has also a 12 volts port. It will trigger with only one remote control. The USB 5 volts is for feeding a device. If you have a Google Chrome, you can connect it by this port and you can feed it to a HDMI 2. For example, you can put the receiver into one, and you can connect it to the other port, the Google Chromecast, directly here, and you can make it a smart projector. And we have the Denon, you know, the S960H is the top of the S series. We will connect it with this projector, and this port, guys, is RS232. You can connect a deployable auto pulling, auto pushing display. I'm referring to the retractable screens, automatically screens, that RS232 will help you this port. As long as the projector is on, it will deploy your screen and it will retract when the projector is off. The power connector, the LAN connector, you have a LAN connector here, and here you can lock your projector with the anti-stealing. You know, this projector is made in China. but I see the corporation of Viewsonic, it's in America. And guys, comparing the Viewsonic, the 701 for example I saw, and comparing with the Epson of 2020, I think it were released. Well, Viewsonic suffered the lack of contrast. Was a comparison between Viewsonic and Optoma and Epson. At the 4K resolution, Epson lost. At the contrast, Viewsonic lost. On free projectors, comparison lost. But I've heard that the contrast of this Viewsonic is well improved. It's another thing. So I'm curious if this is the projector of 2022 to last 5 or 7 years from now, or why not longer if the lamp will hold you to have everything in your house. So giving a 1,200 as this projector costs, I don't think it's a lot. If the projector holds in time, it's a good quality, and if you have a true 4000 lux and if you have a true 4K resolution. So let's turn it on and let's see it. Okay guys, let's see the light. I completely turned off the softboxes, all the lights in the room. I leave only the back window lights because I want to see. So let's turn it on. And after a couple of seconds the light doubled. I think this is where the... Whoa, man, the light is impressive on this projector. As we talk, I want to tell you that I consider myself to get a laser projector, and for the moment I say pass, because the laser projectors, guys, have a small distance. If you are putting to the wall, I'm referring to that strict to the projectors, if you are putting exactly to the wall or to the screen where you want to project, the image size is small. So I will wait for the image size to rise, because the laser projector have the biggest contrast and the accurate contrast on the projectors. So let's feed it with HDMI 1. I have a long HDMI cable. So before showing you the image quality and other things, let's start with the remote control, which has light, and in the night it's good. And if I don't know exactly, but if you are functioning with the USB-C and have some kind of software, we will get to there and I will show you. If this remote control will control your smartphone when you connect it to USB-C, like I told you into the beginning of this review, well, this remote control will be important. You know, I say in all the reviews of the projector, the remote control is not important. Of course, it's not important. You just push the power on and leave the projector with the settings made, and then the remote control is not important. I think this will be important into our case today. You have the power on, power off, the auto synchronization, source select, you can select the source. Here you can adjust your image, and I see already it's not, it wasn't adjusted like it's supposed to. It had the weird image of the projector. You have to adjust it good on your wall. Especially if you are put it to the ceiling, you will not notice into your room. This is the main idea. Okay, here you can adjust the angle of this projector. Here is the menu, the info button. I think it's okay, it's telling you the informations directly into the menu. The exit button, we have the aspect ratio, pattern blank, and it's good that it's blank. You see, you can put it on blank directly, the projector. To Acer had this function, the Optoma didn't have the UHD38. The 3D button is good that they put your 3D button. You can use sometimes 3D functions here directly from the remote controls. Here is for the built-in speaker, which I don't know how much you will use these ones, but I think this one will work also for the audio out jack. The brightness, contrast, temperature, color, gaming, you have the modes here: gaming, standard, sports and movie, and the echo mode, which will put your projector into the dynamic echo, super echo plus. Interesting. The dynamic echo, I think it's like normal. Interesting. The dynamic echo has the same brightness as I see it with my eyes as normal. If this protects the lamp, will be great to use the dynamic echo and to have the same brightness as the normal. But we will get to the menu and I'm going to show you. Okay, YouTubers, whoa, it's big, it's very big, the image is so big. It's like my Acer. I'm trying to calibrate the camera for you to see exactly as I see with my naked eye, the contrast and everything. And from the start we see a great picture quality. So guys, now I have 4 meters diagonal, but to that diagonal and to the position where I transmit, where is the projector, are 3 meters 0.6, 3 meters 0.7, something like this. Is the same at the same angle as my previous Acer H6510bd, and from this position the images are perfect one to each other, so the comparison will be great, but we will make the comparison later. So for now, what I'm interested in. So first thing, I want to put the projector on the second screen only and to switch the resolution exactly to 4K. What I have noticed is that the icons and the writing, it has some problems at the end. It has like a ghosting effect if you want. I have here the icons, but if I focalize best with the camera, the icons are a little bit washed out. The writing is a little bit washed out. In the center it is very good, but if we are looking at the pictures, guys, are washed, the writing is washed out. It has a little bit of ghosting effect. It has some green and some violet, but this is the professional photographer talking inside me. You will not notice those things. You got to get close to the screen, and the purpose of the projector is to have a big screen, not to stay near to it, to watch it from the distance. So I have approximately 5 meters where I'm standing and watching movies and concerts and all kind of. I will wipe with a microfiber the lens to say it's some kind of problem. Let's put it into the blank position to do this operation. And guys, I already see that the left icons are good. You can read accurately the icons. And now the right icons, it's a problem with, you got to calibrate and find some kind of a balance between the zoom, and I think you got to focus it just right. But first I want you to see the brightness mode. Now we are in full brightness, which it's good. And let's see the brightness or the lamp mode. This is the lamp mode. This is in normal, as you see. This is in echo, and we already are hearing the fans. If you are hearing the fans, the fan is at the half of the noise. And I don't understand, really, I don't understand why the manufacturers don't put really low. You will find these fans all over, all the places, and are quiet fans that have a massive airflow. I don't understand why the manufacturers do not put those fans, but if the warranties will go out to this projector, maybe I will open up and I will replace the fans inside. I got to measure the fan airflow, you know, it's a little bit complicated, but I'm sure I will find fans quieter than these ones. If you are having 2 meters from the projector, yes, there are on the market. Okay, the echo, the dynamic echo, sorry, let's put it back. The dynamic echo accelerate the fans and it's like normal, but if the dynamic echo somehow rises the your lamp life, well, I choose every time the dynamic echo. And the manufacturer tells us that the dynamic echo reduces light source power consumption but by up to 65 depending on your content brightness level, which is interesting, and I think I will leave it to the dynamic echo. I think the projector will see how it will distribute the light depending on your playable content. And if you want the full light, put it to normal. The Echo reduces light source power consumption by 30% and lowers the brightness to exceed the light source life and decrease the fan noise, like I told you before. The Super Echo Plus reduces the light source power consumption by 60% and lowers the brightness to extend the light source life and decreases the fan noise. Yeah, so let's see the fan noise at the Super Echo Plus. Whoa, the Super Echo Plus puts the fan to minimum. The Echo rises a little bit the fans. I don't know if it rises the light. Yes, a little bit it rises also the light, I can see with my eye. Okay, so the dynamic echo, I think it's the best function because I think it will protect your lamp and it will make a power consumption. It's some kind of a balance between them. Now I got to tell you, the light, it's perfect. The light, it's awesome. You don't need more light than this. Now guys, the menu. First thing, we have the display, the aspect ratio. You can put it to auto. I think it's best. Keystone, this will adjust the vertical keystone. So we have an auto keystone, but you use it just one time if you are mounting to the wall. One time you will set up and it will remain there. So this will be the greatest thing for the projector, but I'm curious how it uses a sensor or something like this. And this is a new thing. I see rotation. I don't think I saw rotation to any projector by now. It has a new thing, like I told you. Okay, so after keystone, corner adjustment. The corner adjustment, guys, you can let's see, adjust the corners if you see like this. If you have problems and if you want to put your corners, if you put it into a delicate position or into not perfectly perpendicular with your wall, you can adjust the corners. So we have another function, warping, and this warping, it uses that ES232 port, this control port, which you can control more. I think they are more than your retractable, deployable screen, projection screen. And this is the control method for that port. You see, you have the grid pattern it will show you the grid pattern to warping here, and all kinds of control for that port. Zoom, this is the digital zoom, which sincerely I don't know who uses it, but maybe there are users who want to point something directly for the remote control and it will use digital zoom. We have overscan, like in all projects you saw this function that sincerely I don't use it. Next, the image. We can select with these color modes, sports, brightest. I don't like this color modes. The standard looks very good. The gaming, oh no. The movie, okay, it goes to that warm colors to the movie. I think user 1, you can put the user 1 and user 2 and you can set up user 1, looks like standard. And I saw something else here at the color temperature. No, you got to set it up on 5500, but sincerely guys, this is the daylight temperature. It looks yellowish. It's something wrong. I don't know if why this projector is set. These are the good colors at 7500, but are not the good real colors that you will use it in your daily life. All the projectors are set, let's say, to 6000 Kelvin. 7000, it's a little bit more than expected, but I see that 6500, it's okay. I told you, you got to set it up as your needs. We will see, and from what I see, it's a little bit yellowish here, and I think 7500K, I think it's okay. The colors are good. I don't know why they set it up like this, but okay. Sharpness, you can push a little bit the sharpness, but just a little bit, because the sharpness will go the background noise if you have background noise into your video. But it's a little bit of you raise the sharpness, the gamma. Well, this is another thing, you can set up the gamma. If you see, without the brilliant color, the clouds, the highlights of the clouds looks best. With the brilliant colors, it accelerates a little bit the highlights of the colors. Okay, it's a Windows picture, you cannot have too many demands of it. Here you can also calibrate the colors, but I already see the colors are good calibrated. For sure I'm gonna mess a little bit with this projector. Okay, silent mode, I'm curious what is this. Auto power on. Auto power on. In auto power on, man, if this function will be awesome. The check, I think it's from the signal. When you receive a signal, it will auto power on, and this is man, it's so good, the signal, to have the auto power on. The check, I think it's with the HDMI what I was talking about. Even if I didn't saw this HDMI arc, maybe it will work to power up the auto power on this projector. Maybe it will have the last. Man, if these functions are working, this will be the greatest projector from 2022. Signal CEC, direct power on. Direct power on is when you push it, basically when you feed it up with the current, and will sense the current into the socket wall, it will turn on the projector. The signal is very interesting. When it sends signal, it will auto power on. This is a great thing to use for the projector, but it's greatest to use with your receiver, and this will see to enable it, CAC, the first time, to see if it will turn off or turn on the projector. And at the smart energy, before we will continue to the receiver, at the smart energy power saving, put it to enable. When it doesn't, it will not sense any signal, it will turn off. Okay, we were in the power management. You can activate the USB-A power. So you have here 5 volts at 1.5 amps. Basic, okay, the basic audio settings. Mute the volume, you have audio volume from the speakers, and you have a rig tone when the receiver is turned on or off. I think you should leave that. Presentation timer, this is interesting for those of you who want to make a presentation. You have here, let's see, start counting. Timer is on, and let's put 3 seconds. I want to see what is this presentation timer. Timer is on, 3 seconds, sorry, 3 minutes. Actually, in the presentation timer, you will have a timer for each. If you have, for example, speakers that will start a dialogue or a monologue on the scene, on the stage, you can put this timer for everyone, to make a timer like in political debates. We have a test card of Viewsonic. Over now, I cannot say too much cons. Maybe a little bit more of contrast is what this projector needed until I see, but I didn't saw a HDR image. I cannot pronounce until that, and we will compare with the Acer projector, and we will see exactly. Blank timer, you can put this projector blank a couple of minutes until 30 minutes. I think this is a message where the blank, when you put it to the blank, let's see, the blank, yes, it shows you a blank writing in the corner, and splash screen, blue, black, or Viewsonic. You can put, I think it's the intro screen. And here I have some HDMI settings It's too bad that it's not related to the auto power on, but you have HDMI format, the RGB, you have auto, it's best. The range, enhanced or normal. LAN control settings, so you can control this projector even by LAN. I'm not going to insist. The HDR, this is we will test the HDR, SDR or auto. I hope you will get the auto HDR when we kick in to a video with pod player. I hope it will take the video directly and not do all kinds of settings like in Optoma. I lost my mind doing all kinds of settings just to activate the HDR mode. And the hours information we have, we just started, and the reset settings that you will not use it. The language, of course, English or another language of your country. The projector position front table, you see into the ceiling, these modes you can put the projector into the ceiling or all kinds of position you have. The menu settings, menu display time, the position center, you see you can change the position of the menu, which is nice. High altitude mode, guys, this is the function if you are living in mountains, for example, where the air is rarefied. You can activate this, it will engage the fans, but it will hold the life of your lamp, and it's good to activate the high altitude mode. So be careful for those of you who live in mountains or in mountains at a high altitude mode, activate this function. Quick auto search on. Security settings, you can put a security, I don't know, password for your kids not to mess around. Panel key lock, you have panel key lock, a lot of features. Control method, USB or RS232. There are a lot of functions in this projector. I'm not going to dig in all the functions. Furthermore, you can dig Google, guys, or the manufacturer's PDF. Control source, we are in HDMI 1, user 1, control system U, and ultra fast input inactive. And I'm curious, where is the ultra fast input? Basically, the manufacturer tells us that the ultra fast input, its functions help you deliver commands exactly when you want without delay, giving you a competitive advantage when you're gaming and improving the overall projector gaming experience. So I think we got to activate. Guys, I returned to one feature. I found the silence mode and I think I skip it. We didn't talk about this. The silence mode activates something on the projector that will not hit the buzzing and the, I don't know, the other sounds of the projector, just the fan. And I'm putting the lavalier now to the projector. You can sense, you can hear some electronic sound beside the fan. We are not talking about the fan. You can hear electronic sounds, and when I activate the silent mode, you'll not hear it. Now it's on. So if you see, the sound is cleaner. It's only the fan, are not other noises from the projector, which is nice, which is very nice. It has, I'm astonished that it has a lot of features. It has a good image, and this is why you got to watch the entire video, guys, because I found the holy grail of the projectors and the receivers. And you got, and this projector will turn on by the receiver's remote control. So let's make a tutorial, guys. This is the important thing. I talked years about this control. So you got to put the HDMI control. This is all you got to put on. Put it on, and to the receiver, let's see, I think I have activated, but let's see it again. Auto power on, the check. Its check is translated something like consumer electronics control. Man, you got to put the HDMI control on. Compatible TV with HDMI control to the HDMI monitor 1. So be careful guys, I have a Denon S9060H, and to the monitor 1, it's only one monitor. The second monitor will not work with this function. So this is a tip. If you are not doing this, it will not work. If it will support this, you will you'll have problems and you will lose your mind. The power of control, activate standby when a command from all sources. From all, I think this one, if I'm not mistaken, if you are turning off the projector, it will auto turn off the receiver. Power saving function, let's leave it to off. And the smart menu, it's I have a feature here. It is not related. Now I want to turn off my receiver. I turn off the receiver and it's not powering off the projector. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Now let's turn on the receiver once again, and I will turn off the projector and see if it will turn off with the projector. It will turn off the receiver. So now I will turn off the projector with the remote control. Turning off. Turning off, please wait. And the projector is turning off. It leaves the fan to evacuate the heat. I'm telling you what's happening now because it's dark here in the room. It has an entire process of cooling it down. I see that it stays more than 10 seconds, 15 seconds we have by now to evacuate all the heat from the projector. And this is the way to protect the lamp. Yes guys, it worked. When the projector turned off all the power and the projector ran 1 minute to evacuate all the heat inside, it automatically turned off my Ace 960H receiver. Now I'm holding the light to the remote control. Let's push the receiver. The receiver is activated, but sadly the projector is not directly power on. Maybe it needs a little bit of work. It has another signal feeding, something to when it senses a signal from the projector. I think you have to activate that function. You have a signal there, HDMI. You see, let me zoom in. The HDMI feature, when it uses disable an HDMI signal to auto power it on. Now the projector is off and I want to turn it on. The TV, it's turned on. Let's turn on only the projector from the remote control of the receivers. And I switch to the Noble and does not want to work. So let's switch to the Xbox, and I found a trick. For example, if I go into the menu of this receiver and I push the menu button, the setup button, it will work. It will activate the projector. And I heard it. And this trick works. And I believe for this trick to work, go into the video, into the HDMI setup, and put, of course, the control on. Now the TV audio. The power off is not important because this option is for the projector to turn off this receiver. The smart menu on. So I believe that when you activate the smart menu, it will send a signal to the projector and it will work. Because I told you, not always this thing works. So this is the only thing I found. I think it's a bug. I think it can be improved to when it sends signal from the not to the actual source, actually receiver or notebook or PlayStation, Xbox, to automatically turn on. Now you know how to do it, guys. Now guys, the USB-C, just plug your phone, USB-C connector, just put it into the projector and then just use the source, the USB-C, and it will detect your phone as a mirroring device. You can watch directly YouTube from your phone. So I'm hearing the built-in speaker of the projector. And also I see you can use Samsung DeX directly with this phone, so you can use a phone as a computer, a PC for this projector. Samsung DeX. Connect a mouse, a keyboard, and you're good to go. So this is pretty much it, guys, for the USB-C. I saw also you can connect iPad devices, Apple devices, so it's multifunctional, this port. I repeat, it would be great if the manufacturer connected a built-in without this port. I don't know who uses this port. Maybe, yeah, it's okay with the presentation, you can plug in your phone and use it directly. But it's best with an Android system. We saw at a lot of manufacturers an Android system that it's way better than this USB-C. Why not both of them? Let's not lose more time, guys. Let's see the comparison between the Viewsonic 4K HDR 748 and the Acer H6510bd. So guys, I have the both projectors at the same time. Now let's hide the Viewsonic. This is, guys, as you see, the Acer, and it is not on eco mode, so let's be fair, we will put both of them on the full brightness mode, Acer, and let's unblank the Viewsonic. And Viewsonic, well, while it's starting, I got to tell you that you have to wait a little bit to the lamp to kick in to the maximum power of the maximum brightness. So now we are in normal mode. The Acer is is blanked, and if we are putting the two images, I got to say, in the same position, the Viewsonic even is the image of the Viewsonic is bigger than the Acer. You can see the Acer is the smaller image, then the Viewsonic is the bigger image. You can see, hide it, unhide it. This I cannot do to the Viewsonic because Viewsonic has this restoration, harder restoration. But at the colors, at the brightness, man, it's a big difference between the Viewsonic and the Acer. And if you see at the full HD, the Acer loses at the colors, at the dynamic range, at the shadows, it has a lack of light, and it has 3200 lux. So this Viewsonic, again, man. Now the fan noise, let's put on blank the Viewsonic. Let's wait until it accelerates to the normal mode the value. When I'm putting, I will put my microphone close to Viewsonic, and the Viewsonic, to be fair, I will not put just to one. And the Viewsonic has two fans. Now I'm with the mic at the Acer. So I have put the microphone at 2-3 centimeters of the fan of the Acer, and you heard the sound. Now I will put the fan exactly like the same situation to the Viewsonic. This is the left side, the left fan. Now the right fan. Now I'm with the mic into the middle of the Viewsonic. The Viewsonic is at the half of the volume of the Acer. It's improved. So now, guys, what are the differences? Well, the projectors are set to exactly the full lamp, not the eco mode. You see, eco mode is disabled. The brightness, contrast, saturation are the same. This is the best that the Acer can do. In full HD, we are in full HD. You cannot do anything better to it. And I made this test because you cannot say the Viewsonic it's not a 4K, but it's not a 100% 4K. This pixel shift, you got to read a little bit of it. It uses somehow, it's an, if you want a good upscaling from Full HD to 4K, it's somewhere between 4K and Full HD, even more than QHD. And guys, sincerely, it looks good. And if you see, I got to tell you, the biggest loss, the biggest problem of the projector is the highlights. The highlights are overexposed to every projector, and I see that to make the 4000 looks, all the manufacturers, I mean all of them, force a little bit the brightness. And when you force the brightness, guys, well, you lose details in the highlights. You will burn them. Right now, let's see the HDR function. And the HDR function, basically, guys, you got to go here, play HDR games and application. This is how you do it in Windows. The Xbox, we will get to there, and will be another, it will be automatically, it will do this. And if you see our white colors are, this is the way the colors are. So guys, what can I say? The sunflower looks awesome. Everything looks awesome. The highlights are improved. I have to say, are not perfect, are not okay, but are improved. I think, I don't know exactly if they can go and do this perfect, the DLP chips, but the HDR looks awesome, guys. I have to say that the HDR looks great on this projector. It doesn't have problems, it takes automatically. I didn't have problems. We will see to the Xbox, but I don't think there will have problems with the HDR. I'm satisfied with the quality of this projector, I have to say. Look at that details, all the details, you can see them. And you can see the shadows. This is the HDR. It's a wide ranging of the colors. My kid is with me now, and he likes these videos. Man, the colors are awesome. I have to say, it's not activated now. Let's see the activation. The shadows, the highlights, all the details, you can see all the colors into a video. And this is what HDR does. When you have sun in your eyes, you cannot see, you know, with the bare eye, you can see the shadows and the details on a building with your sun directly facing you. And this is the HDR. It makes all the zone, you see into the shadows, you can see into the shadows. I have to say, let's push a little bit the brightness. Yeah, you have to see into the shadows and into the sunlight like your naked eye. You have to see all the colors, all the information. For example, if I will turn off the HDR, this is why the HDR makes possible to view all the areas. We have back the images, but if I'm not mistaken, a little bit burned here. I see with the naked eye. I will put the images top and under to see exactly how are the colors. I'm very curious, because I don't know if this spot player makes native this HDR, how is activated like in this situation. And I want to see here, guys, chasing the light. Whoa, in 60 Hz looks so smooth. These images look very, very smooth and beautiful. And I didn't activate the HDR function in the Windows. I just activated the 60 Hz to see, because yes, you see it has 60 Hz, and at 60 Hz is beautiful. The images are very smooth. The 4K kicks in, and this is where this projector shows his value. Here the details are very beautiful. So guys, I want to tell you another secret. If you have notebooks that have dual GPUs, or I have internal GPU of the processor and the NVIDIA external GPU. So my pod player, to work the pod player good and you not have saturated images and tells, well, the projector doesn't have a performance, doesn't run smooth images, you got to go in the program settings in the NVIDIA control panel. In the program settings, add your pod player. I add my pod player and put the high performance NVIDIA processor, because if I leave it to my other built-in GPU, it can be Intel, it can be, I have let's see, Radeon. It's okay, Radeon graphics, but it's not enough for the 4K HDR. In the 4K HDR, it demands the GPU was in the 100%, and this is not good for a GPU to stay in these parameters, because it will not work the playback content. The colors are good. I like that the colors are reproduced correctly. Now, okay guys, let's continue the 3D mode. So if you want to make the settings first for the 3D, first of all, you got to do some settings, lower the resolution. All these projectors work only on 920 by 1080 in 3D. You see this, it tells you 3D. And while you did this, I see that this projector does not work the 3D button. Even if I push it, even if I will go, and the secondary thing, I can lower, rise, sorry, the refresh rate hertz. There are programs that will do this automatically, like Power DVD. It will automatically engage the 3D function. Some players know to do this, some players don't. Let's see if Power DVD will work here. Okay, we are in 120 Hz. And basically now all you need is Power DVD and to charge the ISO image. The ISO image is the native way to get 3D content. If you are putting side by side or top and under, will those images, if are full HD, for example, those images, well, it will deteriorate the content. If are 4Ks, well, when you will put over and under or side by side, you will unite those two images, will be okay. You will not suffer loss. But this is the way, this is the true native way. When you feed up a Blu-ray or ISO, in my case, automatically to play 3D ISO or a 3D content. And first of all, you got to set up, you got to put play 3D media and 3D. Let's put it again, and this is the message you want, guys. Okay, and this message will switch the hertz, the resolution, the everything into your projector. So guys, no, I didn't succeed to make the 3D content. It flickers even if it's at 48 Hz. It's kind of a problem, so I asked Viewsonic to make a firmware update for the projector. And of course it can easily fix this problem, because there are a lot of users that watch 3D movies at projectors. This is imperative to fix. Another problem of this projector is that it doesn't have into the menu the 3D settings. I don't know, I didn't saw it, so this is another problem. And guys, another thing, the 3D button on the remote control does not do anything. And I did something else. I put 120 Hz on the driver, and it still doesn't work. So something is very strange with this. And the 3D button, I'm showing you, I'm pressing, nothing happens, nothing happens. Well guys, I have found something not good. Well guys, I have found that this projector is not a 3D. I really don't know what to say. because sincerely they are missing a lot of functions. For example, into the HDMI settings, I think after HDR, in the PDF document it shows by Viewsonic that it supports 3D. This is a DLP. DLP by Texas Instruments theoretically supports 3D. From my knowledge, this is a 3D projector. I'm saying this because it has a 3D button on the remote control. The manufacturers say that it's 3D, and I think it's a matter of unblocking that 3D feature. I saw this before on other manufacturers that unblocked with a firmware update. I hope this will be. And the other thing that is missing is, I think here in the image, I saw somewhere into the advanced. Yes, under here, under the sharpness, it's a noise reduction that this projector didn't come with. And sincerely, if this function will not be present into this projector, will be a big con, because it's a shame not to have all in one. Have the 3D function if you want to watch a 3D movie, to have everything, because the new projectors do not come with all of them with 3D, the 4K projector. So I think this is very new, was barely released at the end of 2021, and I think it will be improved, and I hope I will get in touch with the Viewsonic, and I promise to you guys I will come back with a video for the 3D if everything is good. I see the firmware 1.0, and into the, it's a software V-Color or something by Viewsonic, and there it tells me that the projector has 1.3 at the firmware. And with that, I cannot make the firmware update with that color adjustment or something like this. Viewsonic tells on their website that you can automatically make by yourself the firmware update. You don't have to send it to the service center. I hope they will keep their promise, and they will make this an update for the projector, fixing the geometry of the screen. It has some small problems, and adding the 3D function and the ultra input to save the keystone, corner adjustment, warping, and the zoom. All this to be kept when you switch the sources. So guys, before continuing, I want to tell you, if you have 1.4 HDMI, well, change the cables. 1.4 HDMI does support HDR at 30 frames per second, 60 frames per second, no. I think in some conditions it supports 4K at 60 Hz, but in some situations. So if you want smoothest 4K at 60 Hz in HDR, change your cables from 1.4 to 2.0. You will see even the cables are different, even the cables are, you can play at 60 frames, and I'm telling you the cable is very important, because if you want to achieve 240 Hz, I want to show you now the main advantage is that if you see here pixel depth 12 bits. Well, this is what you are looking for, and I'm looking for, especially for movies, especially for a lot of things. 4K at 60 Hz, 4K at 120 Hz I was looking for in HDR10. It's not important. I like that it supports 12 bits. And this Denon receiver S960H, it supports until 120 Hz in 4K HDR, and even 8K it supports this receiver. We're not discussing this. And I want to show you the motion. Now we're filming at 60 frames per second. Let's dim a little bit the light, or now is exactly how I'm seeing. And I hope I remember to upload this video at 60 frames per second only for you gamers, because I want to show you an interesting thing. So this is my movement with the gun, and if I'm putting the projector to the advanced, I have ultra fast input, And until I will activate, if active, the warping, keystone, corner adjustment, digital and shift zoom will be reset to default. And this is not a good thing. I make an appeal to Viewsonic to modify this, because if we're playing games and this will be active, because this is the gaming function, man, it will smooth the image. So this is basically this ultra fast input will smooth the image, will permit a lot of frames, and this is a beautiful thing in a 4K projector. But if you have, I have, for example, it has a distorted geometry, this projector. I think this is the con thing to Viewsonic, and I have to reconfigure the keystone and the corner adjustment every time. Well, it's not good. Okay, let's activate it with the ultra fast input. You can see smoothness, a lot of differences. Let's see if the video is the same. 4K 60 frames, HDR10 12 bits, and I can see improvements in the motion. Yes, oh man, you gamers will love this. But I'm not going to insist anymore on this. The image is great, the image is awesome. I can't believe how great it looks in HDR10. So is this a projector for gamers? I have to admit, yes, it could be improved, I have to say, but differences from the other projectors are big differences. And right from the start, guys, the images are whoa. So this game, man, has beautiful images, very clear. But the cars is not that accurate to drive these cars. But the images are beautiful. I'm curious. Oh, he didn't engage the HDR mode. I don't know exactly why. Forza Horizon 4. So guys, if I will not upload the entire review at 60 frames per second, the small samples from the review, taken out from the review, will be at 64. So I'm turning the car, and oh, the smoothness is awesome. Now it's without gaming mode. And now let's activate ultra fast input. You can see even in corners the image is smoother. It's looking better, way better than before. The smoothness is awesome. So this is the ultra. This game is beautiful. I don't know how is the Forza Horizon 5, but if you can control the cars better, I would buy it. You know, in Forza Horizon 3 and 4, there are differences in maneuver the cars and drive it. It's better in Forza Horizon 4. But the graphics are awesome. If they make maneuverability better, let's say like in Need for Speed with the design and the quality of the image of the Forza Horizon, will be the greatest game ever. And if you watch this tutorial and review, guys, you will not spend the amount of time I spent. I spent over 20 hours with this projector, because sincerely, guys, you have to find and read manuals and make a lot of tests. So we film more than 10 hours. I spent 20 hours with this projector, and I struggle and I lose a lot of nerves with these projectors. But when everything works at the end, it's a pleasing factor that you made a good review, a good tutorial, a professional review, guys. Yes, this is your pride inside, and you are happy that you went all to the end with success. So for gaming, for playing video, for HDR, it's an awesome projector. I don't know how it's in time, but for now I can tell you that it's great. You can buy it if you will find it, because I didn't find it anymore. You know, the crisis of the chips from China, Japan, all over. The production, it's has gone drop down. Viewsonic, make a firmware update and respond to our emails. Maybe the next model of 4K projector Viewsonic or a laser projector or something like this, you will send us for a review, guys. I'm requesting for the Viewsonic company. I want to know your thoughts. Please comment, and I hope you like this video, guys. I hope you like how we get through everything there is about this. It's a long review, it's a long tutorial, but you know, good things do not come easily. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, guys. See you. Bye.